Halo teman-teman, Eh, ini gue lagi standby, untuk mau Zoom dengan Chris Wheatley. Chris Wheatley ini adalah Chief Arsenal Reporter, jadi kepala media internalnya Arsenal, dan tentunya punya akses ke dalamnya Arsenal ya. Jadi kita akan ngobrol dengan beliau untuk ya bertanya lah beberapa hal terkait dengan kondisi Arsenal terakhir, seperti apa, ya termasuk juga bagaimana tanggapan fans terkait dengan roller coaster Arsenal, kemudian juga sekaligus membahas North London Derby yang nanti akan berlangsung weekend ya. Weekend ini mereka akan saling berhadapan, jadi kita akan update juga secara langsung siapa-siapa aja yang main, terus kira-kira strategi ataupun pemain-pemain mana siapa aja yang akan diturunin sama Arteta. Jadi ini sebagai informasi aja, North London Derby akan kick off hari Sunday, hari Minggu ya. Hari Minggu tanggal 26 September jam 10.30 malam. Jadi Super Sunday biasanya orang sana bilang seperti itu ya. Itu. Nah, nih karena dua tim sama-sama situasinya lagi berbanding terbalik sih kalau kita lihat ya. Spurs setelah rangkaian 3 kemenangan mereka justru jeblok di 2 laga terakhir, ya kan? Tapi Arsenal malah ya mulai bergeliat lah kalau kita boleh menilai setelah mereka memenangkan 2 laga terakhir melawan Norwich dan juga melawan Burnley. Ya walaupun banyak yang masih meragukan konsistensi Arsenal ya, tapi kita lihat aja lah sejauh mana Arsenal bisa bangkit dan bisa mulai meninggalkan zona degradasi. Saat ini Arsenal ada peringkat ke-13 ya. Oke, itu dulu pembukaannya. Kita pause dulu sambil tunggu. Ini gue ngerekam ini hari Selasa. Selasa jam 9.57 malam ya. Waktu Indonesia Barat, Selasa tanggal 21 September. Oke, kita pause dulu ya sambil nunggu nanti dari Chris Wheatley ini udah standby apa enggak nih. Kita janjiannya jam 10 malam WIB soalnya. Jam 22 malam, jam 22 WIB. Jadi jam 4 waktu London. Oke. Nah, tadi sempat udah terhubung dengan Chris Wheatley, tapi kayaknya ada sedikit masalah. Kita tunggu lagi ya.
Hi, Harris, how are you?
Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Good.
How is everything in Indonesia? Is that where you are?
Yes, I'm Indonesia. I'm in the capital of Indonesia in Jakarta.
Nice.
So I don't know how to say in English. I'm happy that we can connect it in this.
Likewise. Nice to speak with you.
Yeah. And since I've been like I don't know 20 and more years supporting Arsenal, and I live in Wood Green anyway for 2 years.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you know the place. Is that an Arsenal flag I can see in the background?
Yes, I put it. It's coming from 2017 when we won the FA Cup against Chelsea. So yeah, it's incredible that I'm still supporting Arsenal in this very difficult period of time.
Yeah, of course. I think like all football teams, they have these transition periods in their history, and I think now Arsenal are going through this kind of rebuild. But I think there's a lot of positives for this season, and I'm optimistic.
Anyway, before we continue to the conversations, you don't mind if I recording this and then maybe I will put in YouTube because
No problem.
it's an honor to speak with the chief report, Arsenal reporter. It's a massive because I talked to my friends as I'm gonna talk to Chris. Wow, how can it happen? I don't know. I'm just trying. And he's a nice guy. He said we're gonna talk 4 p.m. in UK, 10 p.m. here. So here we are now. So
No,
again,
no worries at all. I'm happy to speak with you also. It's nice to speak with people from around the world, like not just in London. It's
yeah.
nice to speak with you too.
Okay, Chris. I've prepared my questions here. So my first question is always about the fans. So how is the fans' reactions regarding the last 5 matches in the Premier League in overall?
So, I mean, after the first 2 games of the season, I think it was very difficult. I should say first 3 games of the season. Arsenal's worst start since the 1950s. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of the fans were very upset, very angry, and questioning whether the manager was the right manager for Arsenal Football Club, which I think is understandable because it was such a bad start. But I think there were reasons for that bad start. I think Arsenal had a lot of players who had COVID, they
Yeah.
had injuries, and they had a very difficult start to the season where they didn't have all of their players fully fit. So I think now they have a fully fit squad. I
Okay.
think their fans are a bit more optimistic. 2 wins now in a row, both 1-0, 1-0 to the Arsenal, as the famous song goes. I think Arsenal fans are more optimistic now. And going into the game tomorrow now against AFC Wimbledon,
Mhm.
I think we might see a couple of youngsters, some
Yeah.
very highly rated players. So I think this is another reason to be optimistic for the next few games at least. And then, of course, this weekend there's a big game against Tottenham, and I know a lot of the fans are
Yeah.
excited for that,
Yeah.
and so am I.
I think yeah. In my opinion, I'm a little bit maybe let's say 50-50 regarding the two wins against Norwich and Burnley. But I don't know, in my opinion, the presence of Thomas Partey and Odegaard, I think it's very important. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a good point. Thomas Partey is crucial for that midfield. He's the spine of the team,
Yeah.
and he's, I think, one of the leaders on the pitch as well. I think we saw at the weekend all of Arsenal's best attacking play goes through Partey in midfield, and then it goes through to Martin Odegaard as well. And I think Odegaard, a lot of people were saying when Arsenal bought him, maybe they could have got someone better. They could have paid more money and got someone like James Maddison. But I think Martin Odegaard is proving that he is the right man for Arsenal. And he's a
And
typical Mikael Arteta player as well. And I really like to see what he can do this season.
yes, in the beginning of the season, I a bit follow some of the preseason matches, and I saw Smith Rowe can be blossom. But unfortunately, with the arrival of Odegaard and the I don't know the skill that they show, I think. Do you think it's sacrifice, or do you think it makes Emil Smith Rowe a little bit flop?
I think they can play together. I think Mikel Arteta certainly sees it that way. I think he sees both players complementing each other. And we should remember as well, Emil Smith Rowe is still very young.
Okay.
There's still plenty of years for him to improve and get more experience in the team. And also, Martin Odegaard can't play every single game. But as we saw at the weekend, they can certainly play together when they have the opportunities. So I think they can kind of build a partnership together for sure.
And regarding the number 10 on the back of the Smith Rowe's jersey or shirt, do you think it's a little bit heavy to be carry on? Because
maybe, but I think from Smith Rowe's perspective, I think it shows a lot of ambition from a young player to want to wear that shirt. It shows that he feels that he's good enough, that he feels that he can follow in the footsteps of Arsenal's previous number 10s, who there's been quite a few very good number 10s at Arsenal. And I like it. I think it's a sign of ambition from a young player. But you're right, maybe it could have gone to someone like maybe Martin Odegaard, who's more experienced, or someone more experienced in the team. But look, I think he has the number and now he has to live up to that.
yeah, okay. And talking about leadership, because previously you just said about the leadership, and I saw also on your, I think, Instagram, you post about the possibility, the captaincy of um, Odegaard or Lokonga, I think, because you said Odegaard is the
Yeah,
captain in the national team, and also Lokonga, I think he was the captain of Anderlecht, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. Yeah. Is this some kind of hints that one of those two players will be the next captain of Arsenal?
Yeah, it's a good point you make there, Harris. I don't think Lokonga or Odegaard are likely to be Arsenal captain. I think someone like Kieran Tierney suits the captaincy more
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
can see him being at Arsenal for the next 5 to 10 years because of how dedicated he is. But yeah, I think it's a great thing that Arsenal have 3, 4, 5 players who are very young, but they're leaders and they're captains of their country or their old clubs. I think this is a great thing to have in the team. And wherever you look on the pitch, Arsenal have leaders now. And it doesn't matter how old they are. You look at Aaron
yeah,
Ramsdale, he's a
yeah,
leader. You can see from the way he communicates.
yeah.
And then it goes all the way up the pitch as well, I think, to someone like Martin Odegaard. So, yeah, it's a great sign, I think.
Okay, now before we are moving to the best side, I think forwards, we are. I'm gonna talk about the back because I'm from Asia, so still the Asian player is an issue, and you know what I'm going to talk. It's about Tomiyasu. Uh, anyway, it's a trivia. Asu, it's something really hilarious in our language, in our ethnic language, actually. But you will find out what is the meaning of Asu. Anyway, what do you think about his performance? Because after he played, we have to clean sheet. So, do you think he gives a lot of impact, or is just another an ordinary sign?
No, I think he's really impressive. And what I like about Tomiyasu the most is his attitude, his dedication. And before that Norwich game, he only had one training session, which
Oh,
showed
okay.
how much determination and effort he had to play that game. And I think that was really impressive that he came back from a flight from Japan and he was so determined to play the match. And I think against Burnley, he was fantastic. He won all
Yeah.
of his duels in the ground and in the air. And I think he's going to go from strength to strength in this team. And I think Arsenal have their next right back now for many years. And I'm really hopeful that he can become another leader in the team. And yeah, I'm excited to see more of Tomiyasu. I think he's looks like a great signing.
Yeah, I think I agree with you to see the way he plays, the determinations, the dedication. I think this is the typical of Japanese players, the fighting spirit. So yeah, now let's go to forwards. Do you think this is the, let's say, the last part that Arteta should work it out, or do you think it's enough with the Aubameyang, with Lacazette, or even Balogun?
I think Arsenal need to sign maybe one more striker. I know they've got a lot of young strikers in the academy who are highly rated, but I think they need another experienced striker because Alexander Lacazette is going to leave at the end of the season. His contract expires. So Aubameyang is 31 years old.
Yeah.
I think Balogun is probably not ready yet.
Yeah.
So it leaves you with maybe Martinelli as well, who, again, I think he's not ready to play every game. So I think Arsenal need a new striker for sure. And I'm sure they're going to be busy in the summer or in January, whenever they decide to buy a new player. But I think Arsenal are happy with their business in the summer transfer window because they spent over 150 million pounds.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money on a lot of players. And I think that's, again, a positive sign, a positive step in the right direction.
Yeah, the highest spending, I think, 166 million pounds, the highest in the Premier League in this summer transfer. So do you think Kroenke will give more money to Arteta to buy in the winter transfer?
I don't know if he will give more money. I don't think he ever has given money. I think this money comes from Arsenal. But yeah, I think the owners have always said they will back Mikael Arteta, and they've always shown faith in him. And they believe in him. So, yeah, until unless things got bad and Arsenal started losing lots of games, then I don't think the situation will change there. But yeah, I think Arsenal will be backing Arteta with transfer funds in the summer for sure.
So my last question, because I know you may be busy to prepare for tomorrow, because I think we have a midweek against Wimbledon, right, for the League Cup, yeah. So
yeah, tomorrow night.
My not really questions is where will be Arsenal at the end of the season in the Premier League? I know it's still far.
Yeah, I think if Arsenal keep every player fully fit, then they have a good chance of getting in the top 6. That's my view at the moment. I feel like if they keep all their players fit, they build a nice run of games, consistency, I think they can get in the top 6. But every season we know that Arsenal get 1 or 2 injuries in the most important periods of the season. So if they can keep, as you said earlier about Thomas Partey, if they can keep Aubameyang fit, Gabriel, Ben White, then I think they can get top 6. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't like making predictions because they usually don't come true. And yeah, I'm quite superstitious. So yeah.
Against Spurs.
Against Spurs, I'm not going to make a prediction, but I think Arsenal have a good chance because
I think we will win. We will win.
That's good. That's good to see. A bit of positivity. Yeah, no, I think Arsenal have a good chance. Last 2 games they've won, and I think, yeah, I'll be confident that they can get a result.
Yeah, you know what? Every time the North London derby occurred, I remember when I stay in Wood Green, it's like 50% Arsenal, 50% Spurs. So the bars will always pop up, always full compared to, let's say, Liverpool, Man United, or City against Man United. So it's gonna be incredible. I had spent my 2 years in Wood Green, so I know the hypes when it comes. I don't know if because still pandemic. Is there are they still allowed to go to the pub without mask or something?
The rules now, I think, as far as I know, you have to wear masks on public transport. But when you're in the pubs inside, I don't think you have to wear masks. I mean, I should check. I should check this, but no, as far as I know, you don't have to wear masks in public now. So things are better with this situation. How is it in Indonesia?
We are still mandatory to wear the mask everywhere, but luckily the level of the infected COVID-19 is drastically lowering, so it's gonna be a good sign. But our league is also now undertaking, but with some restrictions, not as free as what you have now, because I saw on TV that people coming to the stadium without any mask, and then there is no social distance. So I guess it's better in UK than in Indonesia, definitely. So anyway,
yeah,
how is the weather in London? You are in London.
Today it's nice. It's sunny. It's very sunny.
Yeah.
It's hot, which is great.
Yeah, because I remember in winter sometimes you don't have any sun in 5 days. So when the sun comes, it's like wow, everyone is happy. So it's always the issue, right? The weather in London.
There's no sunlight in the winter, so everyone is depressed. Everyone is sad. But yeah, the things I think are getting better, and that's the nice thing, that fans are now inside the stadiums.
Yeah.
And I think you can see from the pictures on TV that football is coming back and life is coming back, which is great.
Yeah, and hopefully the sun also comes to Arsenal in upcoming match. So
yeah,
Chris,
exactly.
Chris, it's a very honor to have a conversation with you. I never imagined that I can have these conversations. One of the most important person I think in the club, a chief Arsenal reporter, Chris Wheatley. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harris. Thank you very much for your time, and great to speak with you. And hi to all the fans in Indonesia. And
definitely,
yeah, let's speak again soon.
Thank you.
Keep up the great support.
Yes, always Arsenal. Thank you, Chris. Take care.
Thank you.
Stay healthy.
Care.
That's the most important. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Oke guys, itu tadi perbincangan kita singkat ya mungkin sekitar 15 menit, 20 menit dengan Chris Wheatley, orangnya sangat baik dan juga tadi memberikan beberapa insight ya, informasi soal persiapan Arsenal menjelang North London Derby, kemudian situasi tersendiri lah di Arsenal, ya bahwasannya Arteta ini akan sangat mengandalkan banyak dengan Thomas Partey dan juga Odegaard ya, sesuai dengan prediksi mungkin juga sebagian fans Arsenal. Kemudian Tomiyasu juga, ini gue rangkum sedikit ya, Tomiyasu juga memang pembelian yang so far cukup baik ya, dia menjaga kekokohan di lini belakang, memang tidak terlalu impresif, tapi sama juga sesuai dengan mapping kita bahwa pemain ini disiplin, determine, dan juga punya fighting spirit yang luar biasa ala Jepang lah. Kemudian juga Ramsdale juga 2 pertandingan clean sheet ya cukup baik, dan dia mengatakan Ramsdale ini punya komunikasi yang oke, sehingga punya juga kemungkinan untuk jadi kapten di kemudian hari ya, walaupun kalau dia melihat Tierney adalah calon kapten yang lebih potensial ya, di luar juga mungkin Odegaard maupun juga Lokonga yang memang punya track record kapten di klub atau timnas sebelumnya. Odegaard di timnas, kemudian Lokonga di Anderlecht di klub sebelumnya. Nah, mungkin hanya satu bagian atau satu area yang akan menjadi isu, yaitu di lini depan ya, karena Lacazette mungkin akan hengkang ya akhir musim, sementara Aubameyang juga udah 31 dan kelihatannya juga sedang agak sedikit turun penampilannya, dan tidak ada rasanya kemungkinan untuk menampilkan atau mendorong pemain dari Youth Academy ya, karena tidak ada yang terlalu bisa diandalkan. Jadi bisa jadi nanti Januari bursa transfer musim dingin mereka akan mungkin beli pemain depan satu lagi yang berpengalaman kalau memang dikasih duit atau memang ada alokasi duitnya. Nah, jadi itu dia tadi perbincangan gue dengan Chris Wheatley. Dia adalah kepala reporternya Arsenal. Jadi mudah-mudahan conversation tadi atau Zoom tadi bisa memberikan pencerahan sedikit, khususnya terutama buat lo fans Arsenal menjelang nanti North London Derby, yang tentunya kita berharap yang terbaik buat Arsenal walaupun sempat kalah di 2 laga terakhir, 3 laga awal, kemudian menang di 2 laga berikutnya. Oke, itu dia tadi, semoga bermanfaat. Terima kasih sudah menonton dan salam sehat.